Do guys really just not get it? I was out with my friend Mark a little while ago and we had gone to a very popular restaurant downtown, so we had to park 3 blocks away from the restaurant in a parking garage. We had each drove our own cars and I had parked on the 3rd floor and he parked on the 5th. It was past 11 when we left the restaurant, so other than a few bars, everything was closed down, so we were pretty much alone as we reached the garage. Once we got into the elevator, we could hear a bunch of guys who had obviously been drinking, shouting, and laughing on one of the floors. We stopped on the floor where I had parked and saw the group of guys between the elevator and my car. They looked towards us and one of them said something like, "I bet she's not as stuck up as those girls at the bar." It made me really nervous and I asked my friend if he would walk me to my car. He said he didn't want to wait for the elevator again, so I asked if he would watch me walk to my car at least. He sighed in annoyance and rolled his eyes and finally agreed. I pulled out my keys and arranged them so there was a key between each of my fingers and clenched my fist. This earned another sigh from my friend. I got out of the elevator and half walked, half ran to my car, hugging the outer wall to put as much distance between me and the group of guys. I waited until I was almost at my car before unlocking it, hopped in and got out of there as quick as I could. A few days later we were hanging out at my house, having a game night with a few other friends, and Mark decided to share the story of our last night out and how ridiculous I had acted. One of the other guys laughed and said, "We're not all looking to jump a girl in a parking garage." One of my girlfriends spoke up and said, "We have no real way of knowing if someone is dangerous or not, that most girls have had a bad experience with someone that they never would have thought that they were the type to do that. Friends, family, parents, friends, co-workers, etc." The conversation quickly moved on to another topic, but I was sitting there thinking of a few of the times that guys in my life just didn't seem to get that we have rules that we follow. My ex-husband would get so frustrated when I would ask him to lock the door if he was leaving if I was going to be the only one home. My brother trying to help me look for apartments on a budget and not understanding that I will not take a garden or first-level apartment as a single girl. A Tinder date not understanding why I check in with a nearby friend the first few times going out with them. My friend who was my roommate for a couple of years not understanding why I look out the peephole and put the chain on before opening the door if I do not know the person knocking. There are many other examples, but thinking about all this just makes me wonder, do guys really not get it? Added, I am not trying to bag on men with this question, I know there are decent people.